Hi, it's welcome to Carmen's Elegant Cakes again. I'm just showing you how to make some lemon and elderflower buttercream. In my last video I showed you how to make homemade lemon curd, which will be going into the buttercream. So all we have is 350 grams of unsalted butter, 800 grams of icing sugar, some elderflower cordial, which you put in really just to what you think is the right consistency. I will show you that in a minute. I've got my lemon curd, my homemade lemon curd that I made in the last video, which is roughly about 2 tablespoons, and of course 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. Okay, so it's a really yummy buttercream, which is lovely to go in between a lemon sponge, which I'll be filling my cake with the homemade lemon curd and the lemon and elderflower buttercream. I'll show you my cake at the end when it's all done on another video. So I will commence making the buttercream. Okay, so first of all we just add the butter into my mixer. I've got a Kenwood mixer just because it's easier, but you can use one of the hand blenders as well if you want to. If you haven't got one of these big machines, you can use one of those. I just find it easier for me. So in goes the butter, and at this stage I like to add the lemon zest as well, because it gets really into the butter and gives it a nice lemony flavour. So you just have to whisk them up for a little while until they're nice and pale and well mixed. This can take a few minutes just to do. Okay, now it's this stage that I like to add my lemon curd. Okay, if you remember, this is the homemade lemon curd that I showed you how to make in my last video. As you can see, since it's been in the fridge, it's thickened up really nicely. You can just imagine that spread on a cake. It's absolutely delicious. So I just add roughly just a couple of tablespoons of lemon curd. Okay. And then I give that another whisk. Okay, right, I've turned it off. That's given me quite a nice whisk. The butter goes a nice pale colour, pale white colour, when it's had a really good whisk. And I can already smell the lemon in that. It's absolutely delicious. Okay. I'll just give the bowl a bit of a scoop round with my spatula, because sometimes you get little bits that just stick to the bottom where the mixer misses. Okay, now you have to add the icing sugar. Now this can be a little bit messy, as icing sugar seems to have a bit of a mind of its own. Okay, but you must always sieve it. Never just put it straight in from the box, because it's very lumpy and you need to get those lumps out, otherwise your buttercream will be really lumpy and it will just be horrible. And it's easier to sieve it first than to do it, try and get the lumps out afterwards, because sometimes then it can be a bit too late. As you can see, it's quite lumpy. It can take a little while. Now this lemon and elderflower cordial buttercream has been quite a rage recently with the royal wedding from last year, or this year I should say. But it's so nice. I made one of these a little while ago and took it into work, and they've thoroughly enjoyed it. So it's a real trendsetter at the moment, lemon and elderflower. Gosh, it does take some doing. Nearly there. Now what I do, I've got roughly just over half the icing sugar in, and I'm going to put the mixer back on, because sometimes I find if you put all of it in at one go and then you turn the mixer on, it just makes a real mess because it goes everywhere. So I tend to just do a bit of a turn. But obviously when you put the mixer back on, start it off very slow as you can. Otherwise you'll end up looking like a white ghost and your kitchen will be covered in it. Icing sugar. Spoon's pretty good at just getting those last few lumps out. Okay, so I'll put the mixer back on. Starting very slowly. Okay, that's just enough to get that in there. As you can see, it's not to clog onto there, which is fine, because when you add the elderflower cordial, that'll stop all that. Normally a lot of people add milk onto their buttercream, which is fine when you're just doing normal buttercream, but because this is elderflower, I'm going to be putting a lot of liquid in there anyway from the cordial, so you won't need the milk. Okay, I'll just add the rest of this icing sugar. It does seem a lot of icing sugar, but you do need it for the amount of butter you have. There we go. Right, let's get that out of the way. I'll pop that back on slowly to start with again. Okay, now it's starting to mix in. I'm just going to speed that up a bit now. Okay, we'll just turn that off for a minute. I'm just going to scrape all this off of here, because there's some really good bits on here. You want it all to be blended in nicely, because you want a nice smooth buttercream. You don't want a buttercream with lumps. Nothing worse. Just got all the coggy bits. And again, if you've got a whisk, you'll probably have to do the same with a whisk, hand whisk. But you can probably just get away with just bashing it on the edge to get all those clumpy bits off. Just go around the edge of the bowl. Okay, put this back on. I'll give it another good whisk and then I'm going to start adding the elderflower cordial. I've turned it up a bit higher this time. I'm just going to turn this off so you can hear what I'm saying. Right, I've got my elderflower cordial. Okay, I'm just going to put in roughly just 2 tablespoons for now, just to see what the consistency is like. It smells amazing. So again, I'm just going to get the scrape off the spatula and go around the edge of the bowl just to make sure it gets a really good mix. Now, when you're doing your buttercream, it's a good idea just to try a little bit because everyone's taste is different. Some people like it more lemony, some people like it to be a bit more elderflowery. Okay, so just to make sure you've got the right flavour for yourself, to suit yourself really. So I'm just going to get a spoon, and it's a good excuse to have a try, just to see what it's like. I'm getting both flavours through at the moment, but I still think it's a little bit thick. So what I might do is just add a little bit more elderflower cordial. I'll go for another tablespoon. So that's 3 tablespoons I'm putting together. Don't dilute your cordial because it won't be very, very nice. And I think I could actually put a little drop more lemon curd because I quite like mine lemony. Okay, and then what's spare of the lemon curd, I'm then going to sandwich my cake with it as well. So we'll just give that a bash for quite a high speed for a little bit. Okay, I think that's just about done. Just scrape off the spatula. See now how easy that is? It's so simple to do, and yet it tastes so delicious. So if you sandwich it in between a lemon sponge, which I've made, which I'll be doing, and then sandwich it together with your homemade lemon curd, which is on my other video, you can't go wrong. It just tastes so nice. It's so easy to do. And when I sandwich it together, what I normally do, when I've cut my sponges and levelled it, I normally brush my sponges with the more elderflower cordial, so it gives it a really nice intense flavour. Now that's just perfect. If you can see, that's just lovely. It's a nice white colour where it's been mixed really well, and it's a really nice consistency. Okay, which is ideal for spreading in between your cakes. It's not runny, but it's not too firm that you can't actually spread. Now there's quite a bit there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover my cake in it as well for decoration. So I will show you my finished cake when it's all done, so you can have a look. But like I say, ideal thing to do is to taste it. make sure you always taste it, because like I say, people's tastes differ. Some people like it more lemony, some people like it more elderflower, but lemon and elderflower is such a good combination. And it's a perk to taste it. That tastes so nice. You can taste the zing of the lemon, and you get the aftertaste of the elderflower, which is just what you want. So I hope you've enjoyed my little demonstration on how to make lemon and elderflower buttercream. As you can see, it's so easy to do and it tastes so nice, and I really recommend you using homemade lemon curd, which like I say is on my other video, which is also so easy to make. Okay, and you can really taste the difference. So thank you for watching, and I will show you my cake when it's all finished.